Hey, good evening, everyone. My name is Anthony Greco, and I'm here with my wife and business partner, Liz Greco. And we're here tonight to share some great information with you on how to find and track multifamily deals. Before we get started, just a little housekeeping. Can somebody type in the chat box if they can hear me and see the screen? If everything is okay, we just want to get all the buttons all set up correctly. Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, and can you guys see my screen okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right,
Actually, I don't see your screen. I'm sorry. Um, Maybe somebody else can let you know, but I don't see the actual
screen is
slide.
good. All right, Gregory said the screen is good. Thanks, Gregory.
Okay,
Um, okay, so Liz, you're not seeing my screen.
correct.
Okay, sorry. Whew, all right, well, that's the technical difficulty. So sit back, relax. We have some great information to share with you. Shut down internet, email, and we're hoping to, really give you some good information. Um, so I want to congratulate you guys for showing up tonight. As you can see on the screen, education is the key to unlock the golden door of freedom. So if you know something about a subject matter, you can basically take it to any extremes that you want. All right. Okay. So tonight we're going to focus specifically on multifamily, and that's actually the only thing we focus on. So why multifamily? The third quarter of 2014, 27.5 billion in apartment transactions. That's a 28% increase over the third quarter of 2013, exceeding 26 billion. So that's according to the New York-based commercial real estate research firm RCA, Real Capital Analytics. The apartment market's recovery has been robust. It's growing in the last 5 years. It's combined with weaknesses in other commercial sectors. It's brought a flood of investors in. Single family builders are building new construction, new apartments. Okay, we want to go over an agenda and just kind of give you a little outline. So we're going to tell you about ourselves and our companies, our experience. We're going to talk to you about strategies on finding multifamily deals, and we're going to save some time at the end for questions. Hopefully, we'll get to everybody's questions. So if we can save the questions till the end, that would be appreciated. Um, so as you see on the screen, there's a QR code and there's a link at the bottom of the screen, and where my team is just finalizing our new coaching website. And if you want to sign up for the newsletter and receive some free information, you're welcome to do that, either on the link or on the QR code. And so, yeah, we'd appreciate that if you want to sign up. All right, so a little bit about us. Our company is the Creco Companies. We are a 60-year-old third-generation real estate investment company. Personally, I've been doing this for 30 years, and I'm the third generation. We have a real estate and consulting and coaching company, the Multifamily Coach. So the main part of our business was always new home construction. So we know a lot about building homes from the ground up, and that has helped us in our multifamily business because we focus on properties that need work and that are older. So we have built over 3,000 homes. We've renovated and sold over 200 homes. We currently own and manage 75 units in New York, and we own over 200 units in New York, Connecticut, North Carolina, and Ohio. And so, with myself and Liz, we've personally been involved in all aspects of everything that I just went over with you. And Liz, do you want to just introduce yourself and say hello?
Sure. Yep. I just want to welcome everybody tonight and thank them for coming on the call and just let them know that there's some great informative information here tonight. And I'm looking forward to going through it again with you, Anthony. So
Great.
thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So before we actually talk about, how to find deals, you really have to know what you're looking for, right? So I kind of, and again, this topic, markets is a whole, training in itself. But you need to know what kind of property you're looking for, what type of deals, which market do you want to be in? How do you choose a market? You want to be in a primary market, a secondary market, a tertiary market. Do you want to be in your backyard? Are you going to go out of state? For us, out of state is where it works for us because we're in the suburb of Manhattan, and it's very expensive to buy properties here. But if you're in North Carolina, then it may be your backyard. Your buying criteria: how many units? Do you want 10 units? Do you want 20 units? Do you want to spend 500,000? Whatever works for you. What property class do you want? Do you want an A class, a B class, a C class? A class being a luxury property, C class being a property that's older and may need some work. You want a stable property that you can just take over and start collecting rents. You want a value add property where the property needs some work, you get it for a better price, you force the appreciation by rehabbing it, and within as quick as 2 years, you can see a substantial profit. So these are all factors to consider before you dive into what kind of where you're going to look for deals. All right. So before we start going through all these different resources of finding deals, I just stay on till the end. We have a special offer for you today at the end of the call, and it's something that it's been requested from us for quite a while. So we put this together, this program together, and we're going to show it to you at the end of the training. So hopefully you'll stay on. Okay. So these are in order of preference of what works for finding deals: LoopNet, brokers, property managers, direct mail, Craigslist, auctions, banks, other investors, for sale by owners, and Google. Okay, so now I'm going to go over each one. All right, LoopNet. So LoopNet is actually, you know what? I'm sorry, guys. I have a poll that I forgot to launch. I'm going to take a quick poll, and if you guys could answer it, that would be great.
Okay, I'm not able to click on it. Can somebody just let us know in the box if you're able to click on the poll?
Yeah, I can see it, Liz.
Okay.
All right, we're going to give you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So 50% 0 years, 33% 1 to 5, 8% 5 to 10 years, and 8% 10 plus years. All right. So we have a pretty decent mix, but the majority 50% 0 years. Okay, great. All right. So LoopNet. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. Okay, LoopNet. So LoopNet, LoopNet.com is a great commercial website. You can sign up for free, and what I suggest is that you set up. Once you sign up, you go in and you set up saved searches based on your criteria, whatever your buying criteria is, whatever your market is. Then you set up email notifications that when a new property meets your criteria, you get emailed. You monitor the emails, and of course, once you monitor it, and then you can follow up with the broker. But we don't use LoopNet to look for properties. We use LoopNet to look for brokers. It's a great place to look for brokers and build relationships because brokers are the most important people on your team for finding deals. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to go on LoopNet and you're going to look for a broker who's got a property that meets your criteria. Then you're going to see what other listings he has. And if he's a broker that has 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 listings in the area, and he focuses on multifamily mainly, then what you want to do is you want to build a relationship with that broker, and you want to contact him via phone or email. So that's really how we use LoopNet. Not to say that you won't find a deal on there, but it's really a great place for brokers. Okay, so once you find the brokers on LoopNet, of course, there's other ways to find brokers. So you're going to seek out brokers in your desired market by using LoopNet and other sources. You want to go on the broker websites and you want to sign up to get emails when they get new properties. So you want to make sure you sign up on those and set up notifications for yourself also. And you want to build a relationship with the brokers. So I suggest that you call them, ask them if they have any other properties, tell them, hey, I got this property, but it doesn't really fit my criteria. What else do you have? Set up, what we do is we set up on Constant Contact automated email campaigns to brokers. So once a month, we send out a newsletter to brokers and we tell them that we're active in the market, what we've done so far to date, and what we're looking for. And that really, works because it shows the brokers that, we're really out there looking. You can offer incentive to the brokers to seek out property owners. So what the good brokers do is they're always calling property owners. So you can have a deal with the broker, and this is all legal, where you say, hey, can you seek out, properties in a certain geographic area or section of town or whatever. And, that's worked well for some of our students also. All right. The next people that are really important on the team to help you seek out properties, property managers. So the property manager and the broker, they're the key people on your team. So if you already have property or you don't have property, it doesn't matter. You can still build a relationship with property managers. So if you find a property that you like and you are looking at it, you ask the broker for a reference for a property manager. You call the property manager. You tell them, hey, I got, I got a referral from you from, ABC broker, and you build a relationship with them. So they may have other deals that they manage that the owners may consider selling. You never know. This business is about relationships and networking. They're the boots on the ground for you. See, the property managers, they're the ones who are running these properties on a day-to-day basis. Ask them if they have any other deals that they looked at for other investors that they were not interested in. Direct mail. Direct mail is a great way to generate leads. So you start a direct mail campaign, again, always focused on your buying criteria. Look for distressed deals in the market. Those are going to be the most motivated sellers. Look for sellers that are interested in financing the property. It works best if they don't have a mortgage on the property. So that's a really good source that we've used in the past. Team up with somebody else to leverage your time and money. It costs money to do a direct mail campaign. So maybe you team up with a friend or another investor, and you work together. Some resources that we've used in the past: ListSource and ProspectNow.com. ProspectNow is a really great site. A lot of the brokers use that, and it's specifically for commercial properties. So I would encourage you to check that out. Craigslist. Craigslist. Everybody has heard of Craigslist. And you never know. I mean, it depends on the type of property you're buying. I mean, if you're looking for a 150 unit property, you're probably not going to find it on Craigslist. But if you're looking for a 10 unit, a 12 unit, a 15 unit, you'll probably find it on Craigslist. So search weekly to find properties that meet your criteria. This has worked really well for me. I post an ad that I buy apartments. I buy apartments in the Southeast and the Midwest between 100 and 250 units, 1 million to 6 million. I'm very specific. I post an ad with my buying criteria, and I've gotten some leads from it. I haven't bought anything, but I've gotten leads. And this is, this business is about cultivating, and it's a process. It's a slow process. You don't get rich overnight. I'm not here to tell you that go do these things and you're gonna get deals tomorrow night. That's not going to happen. But if you're consistent and you do little things every day, you will get there. Auctions. Auctions is another good place to find properties. A lot more sellers are going towards auctions. We haven't had a lot of experience with this. I'm sorry, we've tried this. We haven't had a lot of results with this. Auction.com and HudsonandMarshall.com. Those are the two big ones out there now. Again, sign up on their website, get automated updates based on your criteria, and follow up. If the property works for you, if it's in your backyard, check it out. If it's not, reach out to a broker or a property manager. And the courthouse auctions. We find that you don't get the best deals at the courthouse auctions. If you're the only one there, you may get a good deal, but if there's a lot of people there, it tends to get bid up and you tend to overpay for the property. Banks. Banks is another great source. So what you can do is you go to Google, you search for bank-owned properties, North Carolina, if you want to be broad, or you can say, bank-owned properties, Greensboro. And you look for what comes up. I focus on the large banks, and then I go to the local banks. And a lot of them on their website, they have a link where you can download property listings, and they give it to you in an Excel format or a PDF. And typically the banks are going to have brokers handle their properties. You're rarely going to deal with the bank directly. I mean, there's some instances where you will, but you're going to deal with the brokers. And another opportunity for you to build a relationship with brokers. So banks is a great source that we like. Other investors. So network with other investors at your local REIA. Share deals. Maybe the deal doesn't fit your criteria. So if you get a deal across your desk and it's not quite what you're looking for, but you have an investor friend who does, stabilized deals and you do value add, then pass it on to him and vice versa. It's about helping each other. There's plenty out there. Create an email campaign to other investors. So just like you do with brokers and, a regular newsletter that says, hey, we're in the market. If you have any deals that don't work for you, we'd love to know about them. And if anything comes up on our end, we'll share it with you. So, but however we can help each other, that's what this is about. Real estate investor clubs, real estate online forums, Facebook real estate groups. I mean, there are tons of Facebook groups. And, when we were doing single families up until, a year ago, we have sold some of them through Facebook groups, so the internet has really changed everything. So, I really encourage you to kind of take advantage of all this. And, this is a business that you can do from anywhere, anytime, and, create a great passive income for yourself. And bigger pockets, it's the largest online real estate forum. I encourage you to join. They have some great information, some great resources, and you can network with local investors or, investors from anywhere in the world. Again, the power of the internet and technology. Okay, for sale by owners. This is another good source. So you search the for sale by owner websites. Fizbo.com and forsalebywowner.com are the two most popular. Now, mainly there's these sites are for single family homes and maybe two families to quads. But again, you never know. We like to cover all bases, and you never know where you're going to get a deal. And with the for sale by owners, you may get somebody who's going to do seller financing. And I would do a direct mail campaign to this for sale by owners if you find a property that you think you like. because it gives you the address of the property, the seller's information. Maybe the property never sells, so you track it. Google. All right, so Google has the answers to everything. So you go to Google and you search apartments for sale, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, $1 million, and you see what comes up. And you just keep building from that search, and but you have to be careful because you can get lost. I know I can get lost online and start clicking on all links and then, lose my focus. So, again, try to be very laser focused and specific as to what you're looking for, and just keep the focus on your market and your, criteria. Okay, some other sources that we found to be very helpful. Realtor.com, Trulia, Zillow, MLS, your local MLS through local brokers in your market. So, you may go to a realtor who, may list a 5 unit, a 6 unit, or a 10 unit. But, we've seen in some markets where sellers went to their nephew was a broker and they were selling a 66 unit and it was listed on the local MLS, so again, you never know where you're going to find a deal. The classifieds in the newspaper. I mean, that's kind of pretty ancient, but it is a source. And bird dogs. You go to other investors, wholesalers like to do this. And, they can just, instead of finding houses for you, they find apartments. So bird dogs is another good source. Okay. So I want to take another poll here. Okay, so I'll give you a few minutes to answer the poll. Ten, 9, 8, 6, 3, 2, one more second. Okay. All right. So 38% own single family, 8% own duplexes to quads, 15% own multifamily, 15 own both, and 23 other. Great. All right. So we have a good mix. Seems like we're more focused on the single family side, residential. Any multifamily, by the way, is 5 units and up. And up to a quad is considered residential. So thank you for that, guys. Okay. All right. So I want to recap what we just went over. So I just went over some resources for you to find deals. Now, once you find those deals, right, now you have to work the deals. So you get the deals and you start analyzing them. And you kind of see if the numbers work. Are the numbers coming out like the broker represented them to you on the marketing package?
Anthony, I hate to interrupt you, but I just checked the questions, and it appears that the slides have not been changing for anybody during this presentation. So is there some way you can just double click to see why they're not changing?
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Technology. Okay. Can you see them now?
I can see the slides, but you're not on the. You're still on the first slide in the big screen. It just is the first slide. How to find deals. Okay, now I see a different slide on the main screen. So which one are we on now?
Sorry, guys. What was the last screen you guys saw?
We only saw the first one.
Oh,
The very first one. I just thought it was the only one.
sorry about that. Wow, I didn't even see that. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you took
Okay.
notes. Okay, so can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see the slides now. So would just tell me which one we're on and put it on the
We're on
screen.
recap, how to find deals.
Okay, good.
Does everybody see
Anthony,
that?
Anthony, are you gonna offer to share these slides with the folks after the webinar?
Yeah, I'll email them to everybody. So
Okay.
sorry about that, guys.
Okay, good.
So we'll just leave it like this then. Okay, so can you see my screen now? Can somebody type in yes? Yes?
I mean, I can see it.
Yep. Can anybody else see it? Can somebody type in if you can see my screen? Yes. Okay, great. Thanks. Okay, again, sorry, technology. All right, where are we? Recap. Okay, so recap. So we gave you some resources to find deals. We um, talked about once you get the deals, you have to work the deals, meaning you have to analyze them and see if they work for you and make sure that they represent what the broker put in his marketing package. And you want to track the deals. And this is very key for us because, when you find a deal and the broker says, well, we got another offer and you really liked it, it doesn't mean it's always going to close. So what we created was we created a deal tracking sheet. And let me get this up for you here. Okay, can everybody see that?
Not yet. I can see the main screen, deal flow tracking, but I cannot see the spreadsheet.
You can't. You can't see my spreadsheet?
I cannot see the Excel spreadsheet.
All right, hold on one second. There you go. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, so this is we call it the deal tracker investment pipeline. So what we do is anytime we request information from a broker, from a seller, anytime we request information for any property, okay, what we do is these are all properties that we have requested information on that obviously we didn't buy them all. That would be great, right? But what we do is, so I'll just go through one of them. On 10/23/14, we asked for property information on Arborwood Townhomes located in Columbus, Ohio. In 2014, it's 48 units. This is what they're asking. We offered this much. This is the broker. Nice deal, cash flowing deal, not a lot of equity. I counted at $1 million. The seller is stuck at $1.2 million. So, and I'm watching the deal. So, there's enough deals out there that I'm not going to, get a deal and overpay for it. So, that's one deal that we're watching. If we're going to pass on a deal, you know, let's go here. Bent Oaks, North Carolina, and Charlotte. How many units? The asking price, and then what we do is once a month we recap this and we go, geez, let's, maybe this property, let me call up John, see if the property's still available. And you create deals by tracking it this way because deals don't always close. Loans don't go through, so this is very key. So I encourage you to, really create a deal tracking form for yourself, whether it's Excel or Word or even if you keep it on a piece of paper. But track the deals because there's money in there. All right, let's go on to the next slide. Can you see my slide?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Now you have to open the spreadsheet. I just see the title.
Okay. See, action steps.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to give you some action steps, to take action, and the best time to take action is right now. So go out and create your deal criteria. You know, where do you want to buy property? Is it in your backyard? Is it out of state? What type of properties do you want to buy? How many units? What is your price range? Go and create the deal flow by building relationships with brokers. I think, brokers is the place to start and to put focus on them, and property managers. All the other resources that I gave you to find deals, those are just add-ons and bonuses, but the brokers and property managers are really, going to bring you the deals. You want to analyze the deals. Once you get the information from the brokers, you do your analysis and you see where the numbers come in. Now you're going to make offers. Don't be afraid to make offers. You make offers with a letter of intent. It's called a LOI, letter of intent. And there's contingencies in there. And if they accept the offer, you have a chance to kind of review it and rethink it if don't think it's going to work. So the LOI is only an intent to purchase. You're not signing a contract. So don't be afraid to go make offers, because you got to be in it to win it. If you don't make offers, you're not going to get deals. And track your deal flow, just like I showed you just on the spreadsheet. Track the deals. Every deal that you get information on, put it in the spreadsheet. Okay. All right. So I love this quote, Donald Trump. Sorry, reading. So you have to think anyway. So why not think big? Why not go big? Start small, but think big. So, start small. Maybe you're not going to start. We'll get to all the questions at the end. I'm just reading some questions. Sorry. So we're not suggesting that you can go out tomorrow and put an offer in on the 150 unit. We're actually going to tell you not to do that. But what I am saying is that if you own a single family, it's not a prerequisite for multifamily. What I'm telling you is that you can go out and put an offer in on a 5 unit, a 7 unit. That's starting small, and then you can go big. To a 20 unit, a 50 unit. And we guide and help our students to do that. We really coach them through that. And so again, think big. With multifamily, you're creating wealth and cash flow, passive income. And I'm not going to tell you to go leave your job and buy a multifamily. I'm not going to do that. But if you can, that's great. But with multifamily, you have equity, you have an income, and you have depreciation, you have appreciation, and you have amortization. So they're all adding to your return. So it's the greatest investment available. So anyway, if you want to create a life for yourself that's free, you can do it with real estate. You can create your business around your life and your life around your business, and it really works great. So anyway, in summary, you got to have a plan and a goal. Create your roadmap. GPS. What are you going to put into the GPS system so you can get to the end? I'm starting here and I want to go from point A to point B. How am I going to get there? Research several markets. Really look at your markets where you want to be in. How do you choose a market? Maybe it's you want to drive no more than 2 hours. Maybe you want it to be a 2-hour plane ride. Maybe you want it to be in a warm climate. Whatever. There's no, emerging market that's going to make you rich, overnight. Create deal flow. Analyze the deals, put the offers in, and track the deals. But set realistic expectations. Success is not achieved overnight. You got to take small steps, and as you keep adding and building up on the steps, you get to your goal. So make it realistic. Keep your eye on the goal. Everyone needs a coach. Look for a mentor, look for a coach. Look for somebody that has done this before, that's doing what you want to do and is being successful. Whoever that is. Top sports figures have coaches. Baseball players, golfers, Tiger Woods. And focus. Follow one course until successful. So, I'm hoping you're going to take action on that. All right. So, this is so we have a special offer for you tonight. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming. And, we
Do you
put,
want to talk about questions on the, if anybody has any questions right now before we
yeah,
go with?
you can put them in the box, but I'm going to leave it at the end for the last slide. We'll definitely
Okay,
cover questions because we have enough time. So,
okay.
so we're a special offer is a live webinar coaching and training series. CEO of Home Depot, I absolutely believe that people, unless coached, never reach their maximum potential. And I can tell you that I've had several coaches in my last 30 years of being in this business, and I still have a coach. I currently have a coach, so I get coached so that I can get directed in the right way. So the offer we have for you tonight is it's limited for the first 25 people. We have a lot of people on this call. We have over 100 people registered. So thank you for showing up. But we're offering a 10 module live webinar coaching training. And what we're going to cover is, I'm just going to read them off to you and kind of give you a little, description of what we cover. Planning and goal setting. That's the starting point. When I coach people, I don't start with, go find a deal in this area. I start with, why do you want to do this? Are you going to change your mindset? Are you going to be, persistent? It's this business is. I'm not going to tell you that it's easy. I'm not going to tell you that you're going to buy a property and you're going to retire in a year. You may do that. I don't know, but I'm not here to tell you that. I'm telling you that with some hard work, once you get it established and you have the team going, it kind of starts, really operating itself with passive income. We're gonna show you how to do some market research, what to look for in the market, how to build a team, how to find deals. We talked about tonight, how to analyze deals. We have a deal analyzer that we have developed. We have a 3-minute deal analysis. You can take a look at it and you can decide if you're going to go forward and go to the next step. We'll help you through financing the deal. You know, Due diligence. You find the property and you went to contract. Now what? How to get the contractor set up, do an inspection, the plumbing, the electrical. We're going to show you how to close a deal, how to get to the closing table. What's involved in the offer process, property management. Very key to this whole apartment buying business, property management. We go really deep into that. Asset management. If you buy a property out of state, chances are you're not going to go there every day or every week to manage it, but you're going to be the asset manager. It's your asset. You're going to manage it. And you're going to manage the property manager. We're going to show you how to do that and keep them accountable. It depends on the deal, what type of deal you're going to get that you're looking for. If you have your own capital, great. If not, and you want to syndicate, where you bring in private equity investors, we're going to show you how to raise private capital and, a whole kind of business in itself, because this business is deals and dollars. You need properties to look at and money to buy them. And then we're going to go over a broad range of investor terms. And we're going to cover the ones that are important to know and the ones that are important to understand to really analyze deals and really, get into this business. We're going to give you all the forms and the documents that are required. We'll give you sample forms. They're in Word documents, PDFs, and you can revise them, and we help you through each step of the way. All right. So today we have, so this is what you get. So it's a live webinar, 10 module live webinar. So it'll be live just like this with me, and it's 10 modules. It's going to start sometime in May. We're just finalizing all the details and getting it on the calendar. But you're going to get access to all the live recording training sessions. You're going to get access to all the recordings that we're going to give to you in MP3. We are going to give you access to all transcripts in PDF. So you have different formats, whatever works for you. We're going to give you checklists and forms. You get access to our private Facebook group where you can network with our other investors and students. And we're going to give you a bonus. You're going to get a free resource guide, which is a reference. So we have a guide that basically covers all the topics of investing in multifamily that we go through in the 10 module. And it's a quick guide that, it's in one book. So it's a great reference source. You get access to our membership site as soon as it goes live. Like I said, my team is rebuilding the site right now. And so we have it temporarily up, but when it goes live, you get access to that. You get 2 complimentary 1-hour coaching calls with me. We started it at $24.97, but for this call, we cut it to $19.97. And, it's 10 sessions. So if you break it down, it's $199 a session, pretty much like a one-on-one coaching. You get to ask questions on the call, and get all your questions answered. They're 1-hour calls, but if it takes an hour and a half, whatever we need to do to get the information to you. We'll get you to your first deal in 90 days. We're not promising that, but you have to do all the work and put the effort in. So if you break it out over 90 days, it's $22 a day. So, and we give you a 60-day money back guarantee, in writing. If you're not happy with anything, we'll give you your money back. We're not doing this to get money. We're doing this to share with other people and teach people what we know and what we've gotten by investing in real estate in all areas of real estate. So if you're interested and you want to, sign up, it's www.10modulemultifamilycoaching.com. I'll put it in the chat box so it may be easier. Okay. All right. So you may be thinking, well, this is not for me. I can't do this. I'm too old. I'm too young. I don't have the money. So you're never too old to set another goal or a dream, or to dream a new dream, And so, if this is for you, great. If it's not, that's fine too. You can go and sign up for our newsletter, and we'll give you, you'll receive some free information, 7-step multifamily system. Sign up for that. And, here's some contact information for us. The Creco Companies, that's our real estate investment company. LearnToInvestInApartments.com is our local meetup. So if you are local to the New York City area, then you can, come to our meetings. If not, you can still join the meetup. The CrecoCompanies.tv, that's our YouTube channel where we post videos on different topics. And our coaching website is the multifamilycoach.com. You can call me directly, 914-861-3535, extension 103. You can email me at Anthony@thecrecocompanies.com. Okay, and so now we'll open it up for questions. But I also, if you're not, ready to join the 10-module multifamily coaching system, you're not sure if this is for you, you're not ready, whatever it is, send me an email and we can arrange a one-on-one 30-minute call to review any questions that you may have and see if this is something that could work out for you in the future, or if there's something we can do to make it work. So, again, thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it. And, we'll open up for questions if anybody has any questions. Okay, let's see. I see some questions. Let me see here. Hold on one second. I want to answer all the questions. Okay. May have missed this. How do you go about building a relationship? Okay. So property managers. How do you build a relationship with property managers? So, yeah, you can Google them. I'm not, crazy for that. What we do is, honestly, what we've done is broker relationships and referrals. When I'm talking to a broker and I'm looking at a property in a market that I want to be in, I look at the property through the broker, and then if I'm interested, I say to the broker, any property managers, and they're local to the market. They know plenty of property managers. So that's how you want to really find your property managers. And again, the other resources that you can use, that's a bonus. Okay, when you invest in areas outside your state, do you look for locations, cities? Yeah, good question, April. So when you're looking at a state, out of area, out of state, or even if it's in your backyard, we typically like to see an MSA which is, a metropolitan statistical area of at least 200,000 people. And that's not a requirement, but basically, if you have a 100-unit property, you don't want to be in an area where there's 4,000 people. If you have a 4-unit or 5-unit, that may be different. But, we focus on multifamily, 5 units and up. So, yeah, you want to be at least 200,000 people and up.
Yeah, Anthony, can you just repeat April's question for the group so they know what her question was?
Oh, sorry. So when you invest in an area outside of your state, you look for locations or cities of a certain population size when purchasing apartment buildings. So yes, we do. Like I mentioned, we look for a population of at least 200,000. Okay. Yeah, Bill, send me an email directly and we can discuss that. Okay. Is it true that any apartment complex under 90% occupancy cannot be financed and needs to be purchased cash or with a bridge lender? Well, this space is so, flexible. It's not cut and dry like residential, where it's based on comps of other properties. Yes, to answer your question, typically, yes, under 90% occupancy. Bridge lending is the best loan for these properties, but Fannie and Freddie has some new multifamily products under 5 million, different price points, and they will, depending on the deal and the market, they will lend on a property that's not fully occupied and that may need some work or some repositioning. That's one way to do it. And if not, yes, your bridge lending is your best way to go. We're repositioning 100 units right now in Cincinnati, and the property was not stable. It was 80% occupied, and it had a tremendous amount of deferred maintenance. So either you have to go in with all cash, and that's where your private equity investors would come in, or the bridge lending. So those are your options. What's a bridge lender? Okay, so a bridge lender is basically a lender that likes to lend on properties that have issues or challenges, or I don't like to call them problems, because in every problem there's an opportunity. So this lender sees that. So typically they're going to lend you 75 to 80%. It's closer to 75%. Loan to cost. So if you buy a property for $1 million and you need $500,000 for renovations and rehabbing, they're going to lend you 75% of $1.5 million. All right, and it's interest only, and the interest rate is usually higher, anywhere from 5 to 9%. It's interest only, so your payment is going to be less, but they're short-term loans, typically 1 to 3 years. So they give you time to reposition the property if that's what you're doing. If it needs work, you got to get tenants out. Sorry, I'm hearing an echo. So they're basically giving you a bridge between your purchase and once you get the property stable, and then you can get a conventional loan at the end after a year or two of your finance. Of your, I'm sorry, rehabbing is complete. That answer your question? Okay. Let's see. Any other questions? Anybody have? Okay, great. Okay. What is a reasonable interest rate you should use when presenting seller financing offer? Trying to run numbers, not what interest rate to use in our numbers. All right. Well, I think. One second. I'm getting an echo on my. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yep, you're still coming through fine.
Okay. So I'm just hearing the echo on my side. Okay, so a reasonable interest rate. So, when I deal with seller financing, I don't have my closing costs all the time. I'm not dealing with a bank. I'm not dealing with points and loan fees and all that stuff. There's really not a lot to do with seller financing. So, I'm going to offer more money for a seller financing deal and I'm willing to pay a little more interest rate. And you got to play around with the numbers on the analysis, to where your cash on cash return is still going to be a reasonable return. And, we like to see, 10 to 12%. Again, it depends on the deal. But yes, I definitely, offer a higher interest rate when I'm dealing with seller financing, because it's an advantage to you. Does that answer your question, David? Oh, well, is that a
So Anthony, is 10 to 12% common for seller financing?
No, 10 to 12. So no, you want your returns to be 10 to 12% cash on cash return. So, a reasonable rate to offer seller financing, I would start at 7%.
Okay.
Seller financing is good because, somebody may be in a position where their credit is not that great, and they want to buy a deal themselves without a partner. So a seller financing deal, they may not look at the credit as much because they're selling you a rental property. So they're really basing it on the income of the property. So 7% is a reasonable number to start at. And I would, probably go as high as 9. Yeah, I'm hearing the echo too. Sorry.
Yeah, there's an echo.
But not everybody's.
Okay, well maybe we're toward the end, just trying to get through some of these questions.
Sorry, I don't know what happened here. What is the minimum cap rate to consider a multifamily? Cool. Well, if you're in New York, they're 3 to 5%. I like to be between 8 and 12%. That's the range that's going to bring you a nice cash on cash return. Anything below that, your cash flow is going to decrease, but you have more equity in the property, so there's less risk. So you have a higher return. The higher the cap rate, the lower the cost of the property. It's an inverse relationship. So Bill, 8 to 12%, our criteria. Sorry about the echo here. Okay. The echo 7%. Yes, 7% seller financing. All right. Give you a few more minutes for questions. But did everybody find this helpful? I hope we gave you some really valuable information to take away. No, Wesley, no, I'm using the speaker, the mic on the computer. I don't know what happened. It was fine up until about 5 minutes ago. But that's technology for you. Huh. All right. So there's no other questions. All right. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. And if you want to call me or email directly to discuss getting into the program, I'd be more than happy to help you. So if there's no other questions, thanks for coming. And have a good night, everyone.
Okay, thanks. Good night.
Bye.